Hello, 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 family. Welcome back to another episode of O to Be Whole with Camille Young. You are looking at her in the flesh. That's me. Y'all hear that little rasp still in my voice? I guess I'm still recovering from the concert from last week. But look, guys, we are only about 2 weeks away from the LTY Women's Retreat. You know, we have so many women registered. We are so excited. We're almost out of space. The last day, the hard deadline to register is this Saturday, whenever the 23rd is, okay? That's Friday or Saturday. So make sure you go in and register. We still have a few more spaces if you're wanting to register. So y'all, we're planning so many great things on for this retreat, October 6th and 7th. We want you there, okay? The power of the blood beyond salvation when we're talking about the blood of Jesus. So make sure, if you have not registered, make sure you go ahead and do that so you can be a part of this wonderful, wonderful retreat. All right. Yes. So hey, to my holy rollers, you know I have to greet you when I open up because y'all are making this possible. My holy rollers, I love y'all. Love you so very much. Glad you are here. And to my new subscribers, to new viewers, if you have not subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you a thing, honey. Hit that subscribe button, all right? All right, so look, let's dive into today's topic. Today's topic is love bombed. Be leery. Love bomb, be leery. So I don't know if any of you may know what love bombed is. It's kind of a newer term that people use. And I actually have experienced being love bombed. Isn't that something? So to give you a description of what I'm talking about, love bombed is when you are dating, you meet somebody and you begin to date and they just like are almost overwhelming you with all the things that you would want in a relationship. They're wanting to spend time. Some may even spend money. They are calling. You all are going out on dates. They're saying all the right things, but it's within a short period of time. And when I say short period of time, it's like within a month to 3 month period. Okay, because they are like, they throwing everything at you. Do you hear me? Things that would make you feel like, okay, this person might be the one, or this person is really into me, or and it causes you to maybe to let your guards down a lot quicker, and you become emotionally connected to that person a lot quicker than normal. And that's what a love bomb is. It's like they're doing all the right things. They're saying all the right things. You just like, oh my goodness, this guy or this girl, that may be the one. This is the one. And normally it's the man who is love bombing the woman. I'm sure ever so often you'll find a woman who will love bomb a man, but mostly it's happening with women where men are love bombing them and doing everything to try to gain their affection and to reel them in emotionally. And that actually happened to me before, and I wanted to talk about it because it's a trap. It's a trap. And in the moment, things are like, wait a minute, things are moving kind of fast. You feel a little uncomfortable, but you are experiencing a level of consistency probably. That's for me. I was experiencing a level of consistency that I hadn't really experienced in a previous relationship. So I was just kind of like, okay. And then he was a cool guy, went to church and all that kind of stuff. And we even went to church together, and we were going out on dates regularly, all of that. And I was like, okay. But then that lasted for about 3 months. And then going into that 4th month is like the bottom dropped. Yeah, the bottom dropped out, and it was like, wait, where is that person that I met just 3 months ago? The phone calls slowed down, come up missing, got an excuse about things, um, pulling back their affection, his affection. And I'm like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. This person even was using the I love you that early on. They said it to me first. And initially I wouldn't say it. But then as time continued to progress, it's like, okay, all right, I let my guard down. This was several years back. But I wanted to share with you because it is a trick and a trap. Um, Thankfully, there was no domestic abuse or, nothing like that that caused him to maybe pull back or whatever, or he was trying to reel me in so that he could isolate me from my family and friends and verbally abusive and none of that. I didn't, thankfully, by the grace of God, it was not any of that, but I do believe that it was a trap in that he got me to a place emotionally where I was all in. I was truly all in. And so I want to speak to my single ladies and gentlemen, if you can relate, or you can gather something from what I'm saying to whomever is watching this. Take the nuggets, take the pieces of what I'm sharing and apply them to your life, because you don't want to find yourself in an emotional state with somebody that really is not trying to, they're playing a game. They're playing a game. And come to find out later, that's pretty much what they were doing, and the relationship did not last much longer after that, because the person could not keep up with what they started out with. Okay. And thankfully I had enough self-esteem to eventually pull myself emotionally out of that situation and end that relationship. And they regret it to this day. Okay. Because, when you're good to somebody and you're a good person, and not just a good person, but you're impactful, as I talked about, I think it was last week, when you're impactful in a person's life, they always try to come back. They always do. But that's another story. That's another lesson for another day. But I want you to be mindful of when you're in a relationship and you meet somebody, not even in a relationship, but when you meet somebody, when they're pouring it on so thick, just be watchful. Pay attention, to what they're doing and how they're moving and all of that, because you want to make sure that you're not being love bombed. Okay? You're not being love bombed. They're not doing something to draw your affections and only to get what they want from you and then back off. All right? You don't want that. You don't want that, because that is painful. It is, because you feel like, okay, man, this is somebody that I'm actually falling in love with, because they have good characteristics. They have, they may be fun. Y'all may go to church together. And these were some of the things that I was experiencing when I was love bombed. But I want you to be mindful when you're moving early on into a relationship. Really pay attention. Pay attention and actually learn a little bit about that person's past, because this may be a cycle for them. This may be what they do. This may be something that they do. They've done in previous relationships. And so I just really want, because like I said, it's easy to find somebody. It's easy to get a boyfriend or to be in a relationship or find a girlfriend, for my gentlemen who are watching. But can you keep one? Just like it's easy to get married, baby. But can you stay married? Can you stay married? All right. So again, be leery. When you find somebody or meet someone and they pouring it on so thick, it's almost unbelievable. Like, oh my God. Okay. Be mindful of that, because you do not want to become a victim of being love bombed, because that is painful. It's painful, and it could build up a resentment to you, in you, for other men and all that, and you don't want to have to deal with that. You don't want to have to deal with that. So just make sure that you are mindful, and when you meet somebody and they pouring it on thick, kind of make sure, make your boundaries, create those boundaries in your life so that somebody can't so quickly get so close to you. Okay, I'm not saying don't enjoy the person, but when it feels a little too good to be true, set some boundaries. Begin to say no on some things, or begin to not try to be there at every waking moment and second, and see how they respond to that. Okay, try not giving them what they're asking for, especially if it's something sexual, and see how they respond. If you are um, you know, abstaining, which I strongly suggest that you abstain, because that blurs the lines of everything. Um, so just be mindful of that, my single people. My single people, be mindful of that, because love bombing is a real thing. And I don't want you to have to go through that heartbreak, that disappointment, which many times will hold you back, or actually it'll keep you chasing, kind of like how they say with crack, that first high. People continue to chase that first high. You end up sticking around or trying to be with somebody because they gave you a high, and then they're gone, but you're not gone. You want to stick around. Okay, all right. So I hope this was helpful to you. I shared a transparent moment around my life and me being love bombed. I don't want you to deal with that. Okay, all right. And share this video with somebody that you know may have just met somebody, to make sure that they're making the right moves as they navigate their relationship. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me on today. All right, I hope this was helpful to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment down in the comment section. Get your book today at ohtobehold.com. ohtobehold.com. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to sign up for the retreat. It's down in the description as well. Sign up for the retreat. But thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, God bless.